Greetings, everyone. At this instance, I have a reason to say it is good to be here and to be under the banner of the Spirit, the law of the Spirit of life that is in Christ Jesus. I have long since told you all the Sermon on the Mount, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh chapters of Matthew would be sufficient for individuals, for organizations, and for government. In most recent years, our chief executive has declared, in verifying the truth as to him it was inspired. The Sermon on the Mount is sufficient for the government of the nation to solve all of their problems and to address all matters satisfactorily for them. If they will take the Sermon on the Mount according to the King James Version of the Holy Bible, read it, concentrate on it, and produce it in their lives, and take it not only as the Beatitudes, but take it as the direct commandments of God coming through the Son who died for you all. This seems to be quite far-fetched, but I have preached it and stressed it, emphasized it, and lived it, and have put into operation the spirit and the nature and the life of your Savior through the Sermon on the Mount. And doing so constantly and continually, many have been impregnated with the very life of Jesus, transmitted by endeavoring to live it and express it. For it's contagious, you will catch it. Aren't you glad? Sermon on the Mount will solve your every problem if lived and put into expression in your daily actions and in your daily transactions. There is spirit of God's presence coming through this Sermon on the Mount will bring peace on earth to you and goodwill to men for which Christ came. Therefore, it will produce the desirableness of the desirable in you and will produce the competentness of the competent in you and cause you not only to be 100% efficient and 100% proficient, but will cause you to produce 200% in whatsoever you may endeavor. Therefore, as I have before said, our government does not say that you are obliged to pay Social Security tax. But it is expected of you to pay it. And it has been requested to be paid. But our government does not force anyone against their religious conviction, cause them to do as people have said in bygone years. I lost my religion. All of these my following in the millions would lose their religion and could not and would not live according to their own conscious religious convictions. They would go back and do as they did before they knew me personally. They would commit sin and vice and crime of every kind. As you heard the message of one of the speakers in Australia, I have thousands of followers, even as he was international gangsters and international and habitual drunkards and even habitual murder. With the spirit of savagery, inhumanity, and brutality, with the spirit and mind and nature to destroy, as saboteurs to undermine our government. But since you have been converted into this, the truth, as I exemplify, and as this Sermon on the Mount depicts it and declares it, when you live it, you become to be real citizens of a true democracy, of Americanism, Christianity, brotherhood and democracy, and Judaism as synonymous. To live soberly, righteously, and godly. To be honest and competent and true, you will be worth 300% more to your employers than what other people or other employees would be. If you live according to my teaching, you are worth 300% from 100% more than what other employees are worth to their employers. And the public at large, capital and employment, management and labor know it. Therefore, when you live this life and put it into practice, you will be decided above all others. Your employers will be willing to pay you not only a few pennies more per day, or per week, or per month, but if you live according to my teaching, your employers would be willing to pay you 50% more at least. They would be willing to pay you $75 per week if they were willing to pay others $50 per week. All the small amount that the Social Security calls for, since you have the privilege, according to your church discipline and according to your religious conviction, to coincide with and help the government to that extent to grant your employer the privilege to pay your 1.5% Social Security, they will gladly do it if you are worth to them just what I have told you. And if they do not do it, you have no right to be offended with them. For they have no right to do it, especially. But knowing this, that whatsoever a man soweth, that is what he shall also reap. I know if you are honest, competent, and true, courteous, and pleasing, and pleasant in all you do, your employer will gladly pay your Social Security for you, because your religion is the thing that has made you honest and true. But if you have been going along slipshotted, and so to speak, half-hearted, incompetent, and untrue, and would not and do not do what you should do, according to my teaching, naturally, they may not be willing to pay it for you. But the most hard-hearted criminal of the day, a hard-case politicians, selfish, and dishonest themselves, they would be willing to pay it for you if you live exactly according to my teaching and do what I bid you do. That's what I'm talking about. The majority of them have voluntarily said to those of my followers, you don't need to worry about the Social Security, for I will pay it for you. Uncle Sam is not trying to make conscientious, sincere, and devout American citizens and Christian criminals. Uncle Sam is not passing this law or instituting such in government for the purpose of making all of us who are religious criminals. Therefore, he has said it doesn't make any difference if the employee does not pay, so long as it's paid by the employer. In practically all cases, the employer will voluntarily pay it for you. Why? Because if you are worth $75 per week, when another person is only worth 50, naturally, he'd rather keep you and pay that 75 cents per week than for you to go and have that other person or some other person go and work for them for 50 for 40 or for 25, and those persons that may take your place may be gamblers, thieves, and robbers. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you into the right path. When thou goest, thou shalt not stumble, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not faint. Because of the honesty and competence of God transmitted to the children of men, you have become to be new creatures, characteristically and dispositionally, and even naturally. Therefore, you have been born again if you are living according to my teaching, and shall have put off the old man with all of his deeds, and shall have put on the new man, Christ Jesus, in whom you should live. If you were to find one penny anywhere on Broad Street, anywhere in your backyard, you would not keep it for yourself, nor spend it. You would advertise it and try to publicize it if it did not cost too much to do so that the owner of that penny might get it. This is because of the honesty I have produced in you, and wherewith you have been begotten of. You would not steal one moment's time if you would be only working for just about half as much as a good many of the common laborers and non-skilled persons are earning of today. Just about 60 cents an hour, or 65 cents an hour, which is only just about half what you should be earning if you're competent and reliable. But if you would be only earning 60 cents an hour, you would not idle 1 minute time away in a day under your employment. That you would not want your employer to know. Because if you idle 1 minute's time, take a minute's time. I know not any of my followers smoke cigarettes. I started saying to take 1 minute's time to smoke a cigarette. That consists of those who do that. And would not want your employer to know it. That's a penny you have robbed from your employer, only paying you half salary. I mean 60 cents an hour. It should be $1.25 now. Even though he's only paying you half salary, what he should pay you. If you have robbed him out of 1 minute's time, you are a thief to that extent if you have did it through concealment. Taking a minute's time on your job. That's what I'm talking about. Men smoke and women do the same. Those who are not of me and of mine. Many times they take many minutes of smoking. And doing other things selfishly for themselves. And doing it through concealment. And would not want their employer to know it. When you live according to my teaching, you are worth at least 100% more than what the average person is worth. And you will feel positioned, reliable, and responsible position where the employers and management will have no fear or worry about thinking you are going to take something from them. I mention this because if you are true, you will demand an adequate salary for your labor, and you will get it. If you are true, you will not take pay for labor you do not give. Subversive elements of nations. Some of the great of the aggressor nations have gotten in under this government to institute laws, rules, and regulations in violation to our Constitution, in violation to our rights of our franchise, to try to take the advantage of capital, and some to try to take the advantage of labor. But oh, how glorious it will be when the nations of the earth accept of me. It does not necessarily mean accept of me as a person to be set upon some throne as a man. But when you accept of the truth I'm advocating, you will be accepting of this administration and Christ's reign as Lord of Lords and as King of Kings is the administration which I am representing. And it is the administration that was to come. When you speak of Christ coming, the coming of Christ is not necessarily a personality nor an individuality. The coming of Christ is the coming into being and into authority, equity, and justice for everybody, out of which David declared in his psalmic petition, declaring righteousness and judgment are the habitation of his throne. Righteousness shall have been established in the hearts and lives and minds of the children of men. The administration of Christ has truly come, or is coming soon. I when righteousness shall have been established effectively, universally, as I have it jurisdictionally, we shall have a righteous government, and that of which was predicted by David in his psalmic prediction. Righteousness and judgment are the habitation of his throne. There is where Christ shall be seen and shall be enthroned on the throne of the minds of men, and shall reign as Lord of Lords and as King of Kings. and then the kingdom shall have truly come. That's what I'm doing down here now, making people righteous, making righteous the authority. Aren't you glad? Making equity and justice to be a living factor in government and in employment, in management and in labor, and even in capital, if you please. God alone shall reign. That's what I'm talking about. So then when the people live according to my teaching, those are my adherents, the employers will gladly pay your Social Security, and you will not be obliged nor required to do it. For Uncle Sam says, so long as this pay, it pleases him. So he expects the employer to pay 1.5%. Expect employee to pay 1.5%, which is 3% of the wages they are paying. And if you are living according to my teaching and are competent from every angle accessible and have made yourselves worthy and eligible, your employers will gladly pay for you. If your religious conviction tells you you should not take out insurance, you would not do it, regardless to the situation. And if perchance you would be obliged to lose your position and even give up your occupation and seek other positions, you would do it. Make the sacrifice of it for righteousness' sake. Many years ago, a good many of my adherents would not, even as they do not now, get on the relief. They would not take assistance in that administration. They wanted them to take assistance before they could get a position, before they would give them a position. They wanted them to take assistance, welfare, they claim. Well, we preach against being poverty-stricken. We preach against being in lack, wants, and limitation. And we preach against taking something for nothing. Therefore, my followers refuse to take any relief. That's why there are millions and millions and millions right here in this country today that could be getting Social Security, old age pension, and could be even on the relief in some states called veteran assistance. But they refuse to do it because they want to be, even as our country declared her independence as a nation. My adherents desire to be independent individually, severally, and collectively, even as our country declared her independence as a nation. That's what it's all about. So they cannot understand this truth. My followers have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of property in this country. as well also as in other countries. Not a true follower of mine has any of the real properties insured against fire or against pest or anything of that sort. So they know it is contrary to the trust in God in whom they all claim to be a part of. As I made it plain in the message I gave concerning my true followers would not take out Social Security. They would not have the properties insured. They have allowed some few pieces of property to be destroyed by fire. But it did not cause them to be foolish enough to take out any insurance for protection. What say the scripture concerning this mystery? The Lord keeps not the house, the watch is in vain. Up in the promised land, in the Greenfield Park, Salt Outfit was purchased, was a fine hotel burned down. I do not bear record or have not heard them say what the value of it was, not the owners, because they didn't talk about it. But the daily press says it was from $250,000 to $300,000 destroyed in that fire. Yet they did not take out any insurance on it. Another beautiful home that had been renovated. And after it was all renovated, new plumbing system with up to date, modern improvement, both of electricity and also of the plumbing and heating system. It was a fire there. But that did not cause us to lose our religion. That building was burned. And there has been one or two more up in the promised land. I mean in Ulster County near Kingston. One or two more were burned. But that didn't cause us to mistrust God and say, well, if God, I think you'd better let somebody else protect it or let the insurance come in so we will have protection. We didn't do it. One writer said, I once was young, but now I am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, neither seed begging bread. It's a privilege to realize when those incidents happen, our work was booed and aspersed by leaps and bounds. In the fulfillment of the scripture, no man has lost or forsaken all these things, lest he gain 100-fold more in this present time. This is not the prophetic scripture, but it's the gospel scripture of the gospel of Jesus. The words that Jesus said himself, no man has forsaken all these things, lest he gain 100-fold more in this present time. That hotel and those things that they lost for righteousness' sake and not having no fire insurance protection against it, they have gained 100 times as much as what they lost for that they lost. No man has forsaken all of these things, lest he gain 100-fold more in this present time, and in the world to come, life everlasting. So that's why our work flourishes so beyond your reason to imagine the advancement and extension of this truth and work as it goes forth from land to land and from shore to shore. And so far as yet, I haven't taken up a collection. Aren't you glad? Build upon this foundation and live evangelically. Live upon the fundamental principles, golden rule, and exactly according to the doctrine of Jesus as recorded in the Sermon on the Mount. And I will be with you, and you will be successful and prosperous, and you will not have an occasion to threaten or worry, neither to think about someone not giving you employment. Aren't you glad to take these thoughts into consideration and live in this recognition and build upon this foundation of the Sermon on the Mount, 6th, 5th, and the 7th chapter of Matthew. In other words, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th chapter. The Sermon on the Mount, as Jesus sat up and spoke as he was moved by the Holy Ghost. Build upon this foundation, and then you can see, as the speaker said over here a little while ago, the transmission of myself in you, and the disappearance of myself as that of my likeness as a person is for your advancement and for your betterment and for your perfection. I did say, if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. I have told you by composition as a model for the consideration of all of the people. If you take cognizance of my message, a greater picture of me can be reproduced in your likeness. So the disappearance of my likeness was for the reappearance of me in your likeness, so that you might speak and act characteristically and dispositionally and naturally and even mentally and spiritually from every angle. Even as I express, let me and you be transmitted, I thank you.